welcome back to the Chase Down. Make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. Really helps me out. Let's just get right into it. Thunder season is officially over. But it's probably one of the funnest Thunder seasons ever. Makes you love basketball right there. You just never know how it's going to end up, and that's why they play the games, man. So Thunder lose by 2 to the Rockets. Rockets are going on to play the Lakers in the second round. The end of that game, for a second there, it didn't look like the Thunder had a chance to tie it up or win it. But they put 2 seconds back on the clock. Thunder keep fouling. Finally had the chance to go win, and they get 2 shots at an inbounds play because they had an extra timeout left. Just nothing there. Russell Westbrook said after the game he kind of knew what was coming, just from being in Oklahoma City, and he went in there and kind of messed it up. And a lot of people pointing out on Twitter and on Facebook that we had the chance to lob to Adams at the end. Honestly, having Shea passing the ball in, I don't really know. I didn't really know who I wanted to pass the ball in when I was thinking about it. I didn't know who I wanted them to give the ball to. Probably Chris Paul, but a lob to Adams would have been great. If we had another, just like defined like clutch guy besides Chris Paul, then Chris Paul could pass it in. But we didn't. The play it wasn't there. Russell knew it was coming. We didn't draw up a good enough play. We had 2 shots at it, and so that's on us. Shea just didn't see the pass there. Shea didn't have the greatest fourth quarter. He played pretty good the rest of the game. He played 40 minutes. He had 19 points, 6 for 11. He hit 3 3-pointers. He had 4 assists. He did have 3 turnovers, though. But that fourth quarter just wasn't there for Shea. He had a couple times. I don't know why he's been doing it all season. His floater was there all season, and he just wouldn't do it this game. He hasn't really done it since they've been back in Orlando. He had a few times where he just kind of dribbled to the paint, picked up his dribble, and passed it back out. And sometimes it was a turnover or just a bad pass, and it kind of stalled that possession for the Thunder. I don't know why he wasn't shooting that floater, because it was there for him on that. I wish he would have done it. But other than that, he played pretty good. He played some alright defense. Like I said, he had 19 points. He was really good that first half. Just fourth quarter just wasn't his. I think we can all agree that we definitely wanted to see more Darius Bazley. I said in my last video, I wanted to see Darius Bazley hit 20 minutes. I said we had to have Bazley out there for 20 minutes because he's playing so good, and he only hit 15. We didn't see him at all that third quarter. We could have really used him in that third quarter, because that's where the Rockets picked up some momentum. The Thunder just stuck with them a little bit, and Gallinari had 27 minutes. He only had 4 points. He did have 9 rebounds, but he had 4 turnovers. Chris Paul had 19 points. He had a triple-double. He was 3 for 6. He did have 6 turnovers, though. Again, there's not a whole lot of negatives to this game. Again, another defensive game, which is where the Thunder wanted it. Even though the Thunder were knocking down some threes, and Lou Dort, of all people, was on fire. Wow, Lou Dort was amazing. Let's just get into the positives of this game. Lou Dort was awesome. 30 points. He took 21 shots, but he made 6 threes. He was awesome on defense. He had a block, and then he went there and affected that fast break layup for Austin Rivers. He affected that, and so there it was. It guarded James Harden. James Harden was 4 for 15, 1 for 9 from 3. He got 8 of his points at the free throw line. So, the future is looking bright. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had a pretty good game, except for that fourth quarter, in my opinion. Darius Bazley was good. We didn't get to see enough of him this game. He had 6 points, 2 blocks. He was aggressive on the boards, even though he only had 3 rebounds. But again, he was aggressive, and that's why I wanted to see more Bazley out there. Even though Gallinari grabbed 9 rebounds, were those 9 rebounds when we really needed them. again, like I said, the Thunder had to clean up their fast breaks, and they didn't. They didn't clean up their fast breaks. It took us forever to get any fast break points, and the fast breaks were ugly. And then we had a possession at the end where we got a steal at half court, and we just pulled the Denver Nuggets. We just were going. We weren't thinking about the situation. We had 2 timeouts left. Chris Paul just kind of went into the lane and took a shot, and we missed. And Rockets got the ball back. Just the fast breaks were really not our thing this year. And the future is bright. Lou Dort, 30 points. He had so many records. He was a Thunder rookie playoff record for points. Just there's all kinds of things. He was in a stat with Jason Tatum. Just all these things. Not saying he's going to be anywhere as good as Jason Tatum, but the potential is there. When you watch the dude play, he just reminds you of Marcus Smart. Just remind you Marcus Smart might not be good as getting steals, but he's aggressive on defense. He's getting blocks, and and then every once in a while on the offensive end, he'll just have just an awesome sequence where he's just knocking down shots and scoring. Just like that's what Marcus Smart does. He'll usually plays good on defense every single game, and then every once in a while you see him just like take over on offense. We saw it the other day from Marcus Smart when he was looking like Steph Curry from 3. So, the ceiling is high for Lou Dort, and his floor is like where he's at right now. I would just like to see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just take over sometime. Just really just be aggressive like he was during the regular season. That's all we needed from him. I said that in my last video. I need Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to be aggressive, get to the basket, keep the defense guessing, and Thunder can have a win. And a lot of these things happen. Shai was aggressive in that first half, and we kept it close. And like I said, we need to keep it a defensive game, play the Thunder's game. And we knocked down some threes. That's what kept us in this. Anyways, that's the game. There's not a whole lot of negatives unless you're just like really trying to look for them. Because the Thunder kept it close again. A lot of people say we weren't supposed to be here. But hey, we made it here, and probably not much better matchup we could have got. Just with what our record was. And if we did make it to the second round, honestly, the Lakers was probably the last team I want to play in the playoffs besides the Bucks, but they're in the East. I'd rather play the Clippers than the Lakers because I just think, just watching that regular season, the matchup was not there. The Lakers are a huge team, and the Thunder like to play some small ball. Obviously not Houston Rockets small ball, but the matchup's not quite there. But I think, and I've seen in the regular season, I think we could run with the Clippers. Obviously, I don't think we could beat them, but and we played them hurt a couple times. We played them healthy a couple times. But that Lakers matchup, I didn't really like it. But anyways. The future is bright for the Thunder. In terms of next season, are we trading Chris Paul? Are we re-signing Gallinari? Are we going to run it back with this team? A whole lot of things that could happen. And even when does next season start? We don't officially know yet. There's some guesses out there. As far as the young guys, we know we want to see next year. SGA, Dort. Baisley. I want to see Diallo again. I want to see Diallo get some minutes, see if he can work on getting to the basket without being just a huge, just wrecking ball, just a bull in the china shop getting to the rim. Like to see Lou Dort be a little bit more consistent on offense. But again, it'll only be his second year next year, and he didn't even play a full season in the NBA this year. And that's what's crazy, and the Thunder got him on a cheap contract, so that's awesome. We've seen Baisley take a little leap from the regular season to the bubble. Can he take another one going into next season, depending on when that starts? Just a whole lot of question marks for the Thunder. Is Sam Presti going to blow this up to tank or not to tank? I know there's a lot of people got opinions on that one. But no matter what, I'm happy with how this season went. I wasn't mad at the outcome of this game. I knew the Thunder had it in them to win, and I knew the Rockets the Rockets have the talent, and Russell Westbrook played a good game. He had 20 points. He went off in the fourth quarter. Just like some silent points is like nobody was even paying attention. James Harden was playing good defense. Eric Gordon finally showed up to a game. He was 5 for 9 from 3. I mean, I just saw it going either way, and I was happy with the outcome because we can root for Russ now. Obviously, we'd rather be rooting for the Thunder in the second round, and that would be awesome. Been forever since we've gotten past the first round, and that was probably the funnest 7-game series for the Thunder ever. Not mad about the outcome. Again, like I said, I didn't really like the Lakers matchup, anyways. But that's just my thoughts on how that went. Again, a whole lot of question marks going into next season. Chris Paul, Gallinari. Are they going to shop Steven Adams, or are they just going to let him be an expiring deal? Are they going to re-sign him for a little bit cheaper? All kinds of questions. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander extension. Is Nerlens Noel going to come back? We still got Mike Muscala on contract. Where's Andre Robertson going to go? Terrence Ferguson. I don't really see this. I mean, I could see the Thunder bringing him back, but I don't see him getting a whole lot of playing time unless he just really improves. And he had his chance to show it in the bubble, and we saw flashes on defense. Still kind of a dud on offense. And so I don't really know what's next for T-Ferg. Not looking great. Again, a whole lot of question marks. We got lots of draft picks, and we got 3 young guys that we can really count on right now. Because, even though Lou Dort's not always the guy we know who's going to score, we know he's not afraid to show up to those big-time games. We can count on him. Just looking for more consistency out of these young guys this next season, especially SGA. I want to see him take over some games because I know he's got it in him. We saw it in him early in the regular season. We saw it in him a couple times. We've seen him be aggressive in that fourth quarter, even if he's not shooting good. He's going to get to the basket and get him points because that's what he does. He gets buckets, and bright future for the Thunder. So no reason to worry about this. It was fun. It was the funnest season in a while. Probably my favorite season so far. Because it's been a while since 2012. And since we've been to the finals, so it's kind of hard for me to remember. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about this season. Are you mad? Are you sad? Are you happy how it turned out? This was fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like and the subscribe button. See you next time.